What is up, legends? We are back, and obviously it's that time of month again. Yo, we talk about money with Gotcha. So I'm gonna do this very quickly because I don't want this to take too much of your time. But I do want to talk about like, who's all the way at the top of the list. I don't know where that 71 million came from because the word on the street majority of the time is that this game is dead, like super dead. I like it, but the fandom and the fan base, everybody kind of like bashes on this game. And I was trying to defend it, you guys. So I put videos up, and almost every single time somebody was complaining. Somebody was like, they messed the game up. What the Lilith don't be paying attention to people. And then eventually I just got disinterested. And if we're being honest, I'm covering it as a creator because it seemed like nobody was happy. Um, so when I see a game do like this, I don't know if that's like a fake number. I don't know where that 71 million is coming from, because to go from 5 million to 71 million is a major jump. I don't know what they did or how they did it because I don't play the game, so I can't even say anything about that right now. But that's a big jump, and if it's legit and real, I'm happy for them. I'm not a hater of when stuff is successful, like other people. Like, oh my god, like, this game is trash. How do I make money? No. The only time that I did that was we'll see. Yeah, we'll get to the game and I'll tell you. You probably already know, those who are on my channel, veterans on my channel. That is Love and Deep Space. I expect Love and Deep Space to make money because it's like a cultural phenomenon, and like it's a very rare game where it's like a husbando game that's actually good. So they making money, good for them. Honkai Star Rail, we expect Honkai just to do its thing, is what it is. Fate FGO is like legendary, so they make money. Same thing with Genshin. Zenless, I think I told you guys that I expected it to drop down to around 30 million, which is exactly what it does. Hoyo, for some reason, with their games, as you guys can see, that's what they average. Basically, only when something hype happens and one of the games does the money shift between the games, and that's just because there's just not enough money for, like, Hoyo is basically sharing its own money at the end of the day. There's about 100 to 150 million that Hoyo gains by itself, and which is why I said that Hoyo pushes out other games, because that is money that would used to go to other games that's not going to other games anymore, and it's just going to Hoyo, which makes all the rest of these games make less and less, to the point where a lot of them actually quit. And I had somebody was like, last video, basically it was like, well, I don't think games cost that much. When I literally did a video and showed you guys in the past how much these games cost to actually run, I think people vastly underestimate how much it actually costs. I know because I'm trying to make a game, and I had to price servers, and I literally sat there for, I kid you not, 6 months, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, 6 months trying to find affordable server stuff all around the world. Like, I started Western world, and I went South America. Well, that's still considered West, but I went South America, then went to Europe, and then to the Asian countries, trying to find server prices that can handle. And we're just talking about like 10,000, because if like just 10,000 to make it be affordable when you get a bunch of gamers and players on it, so it just doesn't crash right away. And then you have like those times when the game is super popular and they're like, oh, well, we identify a server error. Like, every time I see that, I'm like, dog, why don't you just stop lying and saying you don't have enough server spots? Like, it's okay. Like, you can say that. Like, damn, we're popular. We apologize. Companies will never say that because it makes them look incompetent. But I don't think that should be the case. Like, if you like let the public know, like, hey, we thought 50,000 people was going to be in here. It's like 300,000 of y'all. We got to handle that real quick. I would so appreciate that. I think the public would appreciate that you're telling the truth, and like, you're gonna just go handle it. There's gonna be somebody who needs to touch grass and gonna be like, how did they not know that? Like, oh, incompetent company. Like, bruh, there's no way to know. that type of stuff. We never know what's gonna be like the Omega hit. You think anybody was running around talking about Power World, a Pokemon clone was gonna go into the millions? Nobody thought that. It went to 2 million. Nobody thought that. Same thing with Wukong. They didn't think Wukong was gonna do that. We knew Wukong was gonna be popular, but not that popular. Like there's no way to tell. It just never is. Hellraisers is the same thing. There's no way to tell. Dragon Ball Dokkan, we know Dragon Ball is gonna do its thing. Monster Strike, solid same stuff. Naruto Mobile, solid same stuff. Arknight's coming in with 21 million. Amazing for them. Decay, 16 million. A little bit down from before. Uma staying solid. One Piece Bounty Rush, 15 million doing this thing. They must put a big character out. I didn't look at it this month, so I don't know. Weathering Waves, I knew this was gonna happen. Remember last time I said that? I was like, they're gonna be down to like 10 million. They did 3.5 more than what I thought. Not that that's a bad thing. That's 13.5 million. That's still money. That's still solid, but definitely not 29. And this is definitely on the case of trending down now. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One, they're not promoting their game. Two, the content creation program sucks, and there's a lot of stuff that's happening in that program that shouldn't be happening. I literally said something about it multiple times, by the way, and they just proceeded to just not do anything of what I said. So I'm like, at that point, that's why you don't see any more videos. I was like, you know what? Any company that doesn't listen and deem that they just gonna do whatever, and then they end up with stuff like this, I knew this was gonna happen. Like literally 2 months before this happened, I was like, you're gonna trend down because you're not doing anything to help yourself make money. I don't know who's running it. I don't know why you're running it that way, but you're not doing anything to help yourself. So you know what? Whatever happens to you happens to you. And I'll throw my hands up. That's why I don't bash games. I just leave them to die, basically. So this is what it is. Puzzle Dragons. No, I have at it. They hang around. Summoners War, 12 million, up from what it was before. Good for them. Idol Master, I don't know what the hell is in that, so it's what it is. Soul Level Rising, they did 2 million less. Hopefully they'll work it out. They're actually promoting this month that we're talking right now, so we'll see what happens with that. Soul Leveling Arise, no, I already said that. Blue Archive, Dragon Ball Legends, okay. Sword of Convallaria coming in at 8.5 million. Now, I expected this from this game because the retro games are niche, and I don't think you guys ever paid attention to the fact that these games usually come in between 10 to 20 million. They usually don't blow up to those big numbers because they don't look great. Like it's a retro looking game. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics back in PlayStation era, and the world always says it's not about graphics and art style, but it's always about graphics and art style. It's just that we don't like to actually say that because that isn't vanity at the end of the day, but it's always about graphics and art style. And a game needs to look good. Concord. If a game don't look good, Redfall, it don't make money. It get canceled. So the Convallaria is a great game that doesn't look great, basically. So what happens is it makes money like that. It's just gonna start to be between 5 to 10 million, and hang around at that point in time because it's a great game that doesn't look great. Just how the industry is. I hope that they can get some collabs and some more hype. They need to promote more. Again, the same thing like Wuthering Waves. Sword of Convallaria, though I know content programs that I've seen, basically, again, there's the three things of the apocalypse, basically, that you need to do or you end up in the apocalypse. You need to promote. You need to have a content creator program that's actually good. You can have a content creator program, but if it sucks, then it's not going to matter. And you need to actually look good. And yeah. Light and Night, That game is hanging on. I've never played it. Only saw pictures, so hopefully people are having fun in that game. Ensemble Stars, solid. Colorful Stage hanging in there. One Piece Treasure Cruise popped up. Oh, it must have really did something in One Piece to hang on like that. Azure Lane just always just makes money. Heaven's Burns Red is starting to trend down, which makes me feel bad. Memento Mori is the game that I used to say was lying because they used to have like 20 million growth and nobody be in that game. You go in that game, nobody talking. You would talk and chat like, hey yo, where everybody at? I want to do co-op, and then nobody would ever speak. No Asian person, no Indian person, no Spanish person, no English person, and they would be like 20 million from who? Must have been one person. Fire Emblem hanging in there. Snowbreak went down because the the ending side of the anniversary update. They got a new character right now, but new character is kind of like waifu bait, but not that great. So reverse 1999. Oh, I didn't do that. Reverse 1999. Okay, they did 300k more. I actually did play the Battle Cats. It's cute, but not enough for me to actually make a video on it. But I mentioned it. Epic 7 actually had pretty cool characters last month. Wasn't enough to make more money though, apparently. AFK Arena hanging in there. 7 Deadly Sins, Grand Cross hanging there with their 3 million. Pokemon EX Masters. It's a good Pokemon game. I find it fun. It's just that Nintendo blocks everything, so they're like literally killing their own money. Blue Ock, I don't know how that's making 2.9. That is just literally just you playing manga and looking at it. Going around. You ain't doing nothing in that game. Jujutsu Kaisen hanging in there. Langrisser. Ever Crisis is hanging in there at 2. I'm just shocked Ever Crisis is even still at 2.2. Good for them though. Reconnect, Princess Connect redive. I could have swore that was canceled, but okay. At 2.1. Cookie Run Kingdom down to 2 million. Damn. Cookie Run falling off. Honkai Impact the Third. A lot of people be upset when I say this, but Honkai Impact the Third just needs to wrap it up. Because they did 2.0 and they didn't save it at all. But because they got 3 games that pay the bills, that'll probably hang around for like forever. Punching Your Ribbon deserves more money, but it is where it is. That's kind of like what happens with the older games. Same thing with Path to Nowhere, a good game that deserves more money. I don't know about Bang Dream, so Tears of Themis is like all the way falling off. I guess they must have did something in that game that people don't like. Persona 5 100% deserves more money. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know why that says global, because it sure as hell ain't global. Like, that's weird. Global where? Anyway, Bleach, Brave Souls is at 1.4. That'll rise up as soon as the anime comes back in October. So, just look for that. Girls Frontline 2. I just did a video on that. That popped up because it got the bicycle girl going viral right now. So they with that character going viral, it only went up to 1.3. That tells you all you need to know about that. Idol Master. I don't know how this game. I guess because it's a IP. So that's 1.3. War of Visions is probably the next game to go bye because Brave Exvius just announced it's canceling. Which I was telling a friend, Brave Exvius canceled on Friday, and Saturday they put the trail out for Pixel RPG, Disney Pixel RPG that looks like Brave Exvius and plays like I'm finding it really hard to say that that's not a coincidence because they look exactly like each other and play exactly like each other. It's just weird. It's really weird. Now you decide, like, it still made a little bit of money, so I'm looking at now. War Vision is probably gonna go by too. I'm kind of annoyed with Exvius because I have like a legacy account, like from the beginning. I got so many characters in that game, and it's just, man. whatever. Grand Summoners, 1.3. Brown Dust 2 is fading away after it came back strong and now it's just fading away. Tower of God, New World is fading out. Another Eden kind of like just hangs out at that price range. Altilia is kind of like fading away, which is kind of sad. This light is like at 1 million. That's sad too. This light is like a very good quality game. They just messed it up. Mobile suits just need to go away. The EOS should survive at this point. Outer Plane, same thing. Because Outer Plane just decided that there's no men. They want all Yuri. So, Tower Fantasy kind of did the same thing too when they were hanging out at the same spot. Everything from Punishing Grey Raven is all in trouble. But PGR is fine because they got Wool to pay for them. But I guess everything from Path to Nowhere is all in trouble. They just all in trouble. They at that danger zone where I hope they got savings. Echo, doing the usual. It made more because of the wedding event, obviously. Octopath Traveler. Square pulled a Nintendo and blocked the majority of people from playing the game properly. So, rip to that. Aether Gazer is probably very much in trouble. Break My Case. And this Breaker actually is one. Now you see, when I look at this, the 800K last month and then the 630 this month, it makes sense for it to be EOS at this point. Dolphin Wave fell off because I was averaging on 1 to 2 million, and that's out of here. Eversoul in trouble. Black Clover M definitely in trouble. Limbus big 500K like every month for the time it came out. Damn, Astra going away. Guardian Tales fading away. Idly Pride, I don't look at that, so this is what it is. Duro Cloud to stay at the bottom. Frontline stay at the bottom. Cloud Inside stay at the bottom. Alchemy Stars, you already know. Dan Machi made double. I forgot about that game. Cat Fantasy starting with 100 and... Well, it's only been half a month. So, let's say they averaged that, because it's only been like 14 days, literally, from this point in time. It's been 14 days. Wow. That's not that great, man. I thought it would at least get to 1 million. Like your debut, and you don't start at 1 million, that's not good. DMC, I expect that from them. ReZero, that's not good for them either, which is Resurrection. I actually have to play that. I have not played that yet. Legend Clover, and there's no reason you can go any further than this because everything down here at the bottom is what it is. One Punch Man, that I have never seen a game be so hyped so fast and get abandoned so hard like One Punch Man World. They need to study what happened in this game because wow, I've never seen a game get abandoned so hard. All right, man. So it's what it is when it comes to that. So the only shock on this list is the top. Wow, way too far. The top is crazy. I don't know what that is. That needs to be studied too. With 71 million, did they just get underreported in July or something? I think that's probably what happened. That number seems crazy for that game. Like, what did they decide? And they don't even promote. So I'm big confused on that. Like, did they just not like report for like 3 months or something like that, or 4 months? That's just weird. But if it happened, it happened. What are you gonna do? That's good for them. That's good for them. That's like the same money as Star Rail in 2 months. So you have no choice but to just be happy for them if it happened. Like I think that's like lifetime or something. Anyway, so I'll catch you guys next video. It's always good to break this down and look at this so we know where things are going. And Hoyo's the king. Everybody else is just kind of like picking it up and trying to survive. Ordering waves is just messing itself up right now with just bad choices. As like I said, like not promoting, like they promoted the first month and decided that they don't want to promote anymore. You had 29 million in 1 month. Y'all need to take 1 million of that and promote. Get you some commercials, get you some ads, make them cosplayers go running across the country again or something like that. Like get a different cosplayer. Like you should get cosplayers of the characters that you have coming out and make them go on tour. Like a person could run across the country with 50 to 100K, and you pay them. Like you pay them 50K, and then the other 50K is them going across the country, and that's your promotion right there. Take you some pictures, get you an HD camera for like $1,000, and throw them joints of the character meeting people at cons and stuff like that. Like promotion is not that hard if companies think about it. Like it's not that hard. You literally made 29 million, and you don't use any of that on promotion. I didn't see any commercials for that new Painter Girl character. Like they had promos on their website, but not any actual commercials. Like you need to have like ads up on YouTube and Twitter and Twitch and Kick if you want to do that. And like there needs to be stuff like that all over the place. You need to have content creators. You need to have a content creator program that actually pays the creators, like AFK Journey. AFK Journey has that. Why you can't do that? Hoyo has it. Why you can't do it? Like and this is stuff that I literally told them, by the way. Like you need to do stuff like that, and get as many creators in as you can possibly get who actually cover the game and not sitting there trying to be drama queens over the game. Actually cover it. Do guides. Talk about the game. Hell, do summon videos. Do hype videos. Have fun. And stuff like that. All this drama creator bullshit that doesn't help anything except for the people who make the videos. Like it just makes people upset. If you don't like the game, don't play the game. At the end of the day, that's why a lot of content programs, they don't put creators like that in the programs anymore, because it's not helping. It's not doing anything. It's just making people upset and everything else. And the person benefits off of that who's making the video, but the community doesn't. And you end up with a toxic community, and people run around Twitter acting crazy, like they're like freaking internet bullies. And you meet them in real life, and they're like the weakest beta boy people that you can meet. And like it is so strange. It is so strange that actually is kind of like meta. It's weird. Like you would think it's like, these like tough, strong people. It's really not. When you look at them, it's like this really dirty, bad people. That's just what they are. And that became meta in content creation to the point where content creator programs don't invite those people in anymore, basically. And it's just weird. And I think that War kind of was a victim of that people weren't making content anymore. They were just drama cleaning the content, that made people not understand that WoW is actually a good game. WoW doesn't deserve to be making 13.5. It should be making 30 to 40 like a Hoyo game, but it's not being handled properly. You have to enforce stuff like that, and you have to get the content out there so people know that it's cool. It's cool to actually do these fights. That the storyline is kind of interesting. Not the best in the world, but kind of interesting. And you be okay. That's what Hoyo does better than everybody else in the industry. Content creator program is like crazy good. I'm just telling you guys now because I'm in it. Crazy good. They promote whenever they got an ad, like Jane Doe and Triple Z. They got commercials for her ads. Like she all the place. She on ESPN, shaking her little mouse booty. I'm saying, like I'll get it. I'll get why no other company just like. I understand Hoyo has money, but the rest of y'all got some money too. Y'all can do that. Nikkei used to do it. Nikkei just gave up. Basically, I found out Naruto Mobile promotes. That's why they be chilling with the money. Like Dokkan Battle promotes. Like, everybody who has money up here promotes. FTO actually promotes too. The only one up here who don't promote is Love and Deep Space. I don't see any commercials for them, but then again, maybe I wouldn't because I'm not a husbando lover. Maybe I would have to Not that I want that to happen to my algorithm, but I can't speak for Love and Deep Space because I've never seen a commercial for them. So later, be legendary.